Good morning, grade 6. Welcome back to grade 6 mathematics class. Hope you all are doing great today. We have been learning a lot about ratios and proportions. So today, let's enrich our knowledge about ratios by learning something called the golden ratio. See, the golden ratio is also called the golden mean or the golden section or the divine proportion depending upon who is using it or in what field it is being used. The golden ratio finds a lot of applications in the field of architecture, and it is also called the most beautiful number in the universe. Why? Because you can see it everywhere from geometry to the human body itself. Many formations can be studied using this golden ratio because shapes and formations pertaining to this ratio are very pleasing to the eye. So now let's see what exactly is this golden ratio. To explain that, I have a line segment here. I have the line segment PQ here, and imagine I am dividing this line segment PQ into two unequal line segments. So here I have one line segment PO which has a length of A, and the remaining part of the line segment PQ is divided with a length of B. So I have a longer segment which is PO which has a length A, and I have a shorter segment OQ which has length B. Now the total length of this line segment PQ will be equal to A plus B. Now I am going to take a ratio here. Now the total length of this line segment is represented by A plus B. Now I am taking the ratio of the total length to the length of the longer segment which is A. So this ratio or the fraction corresponding to this ratio is equal to A plus B by A, where A plus B is the total length of the segment and A is the length of the longer segment. Now if this is equal to the ratio of A by B, if this ratio, that is A plus B by A, is equal to the ratio A by B, where A is the length of the longer segment and B is the length of the shorter segment. If these two ratios are equal, then it will be in the golden ratio. And we find that this is equal to a number which is around 1.618. That is, for example, if PQ has a specified length and you divide that into a longer segment and a shorter segment and you take the corresponding ratio, you will see it is equal to 1.618. It's around 1.618, and this number is called the golden ratio. And this ratio is applied in geometry, and some architectural wonders of the world like the Great Pyramid of Egypt are said to be built based on the golden ratio. Debates are still going on, but it is said that great wonders like the Great Pyramid of Egypt and even the Parthenon is built based on this ratio. Like I said before, you can observe many formations in nature which follow this ratio, and they're very pleasing to the eye. They're very beautiful and they're very pleasing to the eye, like the examples you see here. These are some formations that you can observe in nature, and these follow the golden ratio, and they seem to be symmetrical as well. Now, there is something called the golden rectangle, and the golden rectangle is a rectangle whose dimensions follow the golden ratio. Let's see how we can construct a golden rectangle. Now, the first step is that you have to draw a square with unit sides. That is, all the sides will be of unit length. Now, take any one side like this one. Now, from the midpoint of that side, you have to draw a slanting line to the opposite corner like this one. Now, the next step is to take the compass, measure this length, and then you have to extend that to get something like this. You can see an arc here. So, with the compass, you have to take this length, measure this length, draw an arc like this and extend that side of the square. And the point where they meet, that will be one corner of a rectangle. You can extend the sides to complete the rectangle. and the dimensions of this rectangle will follow the golden ratio. So you can try drawing a golden rectangle yourself and try to see if the dimensions are in the golden ratio. So children, you can go through this topic which is given under the heading Enrich yourself. Following this topic, a few activities are given in the textbook. The first one is the HOTS exercise. Please go through the questions and try to work them out yourself. And there is a project mentioned there. Go through the question and do accordingly. There is a heading Maths Around Us, and in the next page, that is page number 152, the highlights from this chapter are given. Make sure you go through the same, and in the next class, we will discuss the questions from the revision time exercise. So before that, please revise all the concepts and exercise we learned in this chapter. So we will meet in the next class. Till then, bye.